Let me know if you can hear me and we'll get started right away. I name check at the end. And thank you, Lucienne, for coming in. And thank you, Adam, for doing the moderating tonight. Great, you can hear me. Okay, fantastic. So we will just get started then. So I do want to let you guys know that it is our wedding anniversary today. And we're spending it with you guys. And we both forgot. That's why we could only be married to each other, because we both forgot. But it's been a crazy month. It's just been a crazy month. We're all getting ready to go to England in a little while. So I think we're both really distracted. And so anyway, happy anniversary, Adam. All right. Oh, how do we meet? Oh, well, this will be either surprising or not surprising. But we met, Adam was going to school at UC Davis as a foreign exchange student. He's from England, if you don't know. And we met at a Bill Clinton rally. We met at a Bill Clinton, as a Bill Clinton speech for to push the healthcare program. So you can see how well that did. we still don't have healthcare, national healthcare. We're getting there. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for it is a happy anniversary. 26 years. 26 years with this fool. Okay, you guys, let's go. Are you guys ready? Thank you very much. And Lucy, yeah, little Lucy's walking around. She's doing her thing. Okay. Has General Milley's words to Matt Gaetz had any impact changing people's minds after Gaetz criticized the woke military? Okay, let me see. So I just heard he has had enough, and I get this feeling of real. He has a lot of anger towards Trump and Trumpism, and oh, thank you, Julie. Or I'm sorry, Judy. Sorry, Judy. Thank you. That's very nice of you. He has a real feeling of disgust and anger over the time that he was he's written something. He's given information to somebody. He's documented or written down things that happened during the Trump administration. I feel like he's given it to someone. He's really, thank you, CD O'Keefe. Thank you. He's really, I see him handing off documents to somebody, and the information is what happened during the Trump administration. He's talking to somebody. So I feel like he's trying to exude, an outward appearance of being done with this and being kind of like taking another side and being defiant, but also on the inside, he's doing the same thing. It's a calculated decision on his part. And the question was, will it change people? Inside the military, yeah. The base is the crazy base, right? There a lot of them are going to be lost to whatever this is. But the military, I feel like already is like done with all of that. There's portions, I'm sure, that are radicalized because that was the point. But I feel like he's working hard to to get back to some kind of normal. So that's the answer, I guess. So yes, inside the military, yes, it's going to make a difference. Outside the military, not the base, I don't think, but I think other people that are persuadable, maybe. And I need to go back and just thank these people for, I saw something. Thank you, Cheryl, very much. And I think there was another one. Thank you, Sue. And thank you, Anita. Anita, I just talked to Anita. Thank you, Anita. Thank you guys so much. So nice of you. Okay. What's going on with Rudy Giuliani? Good news today about his law license being suspended over lying to the court for Trump. I was just talking about that with my sister when I was down at my mom's. I was saying, what does it take to get disbarred? Why are all of these people to be disbarred? And what is with the bar associations? But anyway, okay. Yes, his law license was being suspended. So Rudy Giuliani. He was surprised that this happened. Thank you, Marie. Thank you. He was surprised. He was surprised that they took. I really think they're so shocked if anything happens to them that's even kind of holding them accountable. I think they're going to be really shocked when they have to actually go to court and show up and give their information, and then they have to go before a jury and all of these things. I think they're really going to be shocked. Thank you, Pammy. Thank you. I think they are going to be shocked because it feels like he is absolutely shocked that happened. He can't believe it, and it's like, fix this. I keep hearing him say, fix this. He is not going down for Trump. So I feel like as soon as the rubber meets the road, he's going to give up everything. He's not going down for him. They're cut from the same cloth. They're both extremely self-centered people that think they are above it all, and he's not going down for him. So yeah, that's what's happening with him. So shock, anger, and it's clear to me, absolutely, he's not going down for Trump. He's going to give up whatever he has to. He's done illegal things. So he'll probably go down anyway, but he's going to give up whatever he can. Okay. All righty. That's where he is. Any message about the condos that collapsed in Miami-Dade earlier this morning? Okay. I'm hearing ground level, something about the ground level. Sinking. Thank you, Shirley. Something about, and I don't know anything about this. I just saw one picture of, I think it came up on my Twitter or something, and it had the building, but there's something about sinking and something about the lower level. There's going to be lawsuits. There's lawsuits in this. Something's faulty. Something's wrong. It's Florida. It's weird. I feel like So those things that I said, that is something. I don't know what this is, if it's a company or the way that the land was, they shouldn't have built there. I don't know what this is, but it's like lower level. And then I can't get what this is, uneven land or land that's sinking something. And then they're talking about, there's going to be lawsuits, but I feel like because it's Florida, it's whatever they did was like, it was legal, or it was technically legal or something. I feel like there's going to be some kind of weird thing about the Florida law. This is going to change stuff, though. I feel like this happened for a reason. It's like it's bringing to light something that's not uncommon in Florida. So I feel like it's bringing something to light. Think about infrastructure as well. So maybe they'll tie this into like a reason for infrastructure or something, but it feels kind of big, and it feels kind of like, hopefully all this will make soon. Anyway, that's what I hope that's enough. I know this just happened, and it seems like it's still, I would love to like meditate on it for like 20 minutes and then give you guys more information, but that's what I'm getting right now, just off the top of my brain. Okay, I need to go back. Thank you guys I hope I'm seeing everybody okay. I got Shirley. Thank you, Shirley. I think that's everybody, right? Okay. Will Britney Spears win her battle over her conservatorship from her parents? Oh, right. She wants to be free. What have they been doing with her money? Entertainment purposes only. Yes, entertainment purposes only. Okay. I feel like she has good like representation right now. I feel like there's somebody on her side that's really like knows what they're doing. And it's weird because I think this happens more with lawyers than any other time, but I can't tell if it's a male or female because I don't know if it's a male with kind of a little bit like a more feminine energy or a woman with really masculine energy, but there's somebody that's on her side that's really a go-getter. Like they're really gunning for her. I think she has good, solid representation. So, and that to me feels like a first. I feel like other times she was kind of railroaded or something. There's something wrong there. They're going to have to answer for some of the things they've done with the money. Because I feel like there's money there, but I feel like there's some that's going to have to be accounted for. Thank you, Prince Charming's mom. Thank you to Lucy. Oh, Lucy, a dog treats. It feels like, someone just said it's time. So I feel like she may get her freedom, but I feel like there is money that has to be accounted for. I feel like this may go on for a while. Like there may be like ongoing kind of lawsuits kind of thing. Because I feel like there's some money. I feel like there's money there and there's money missing. Basically, like where did this part go, or where did this money go to? And someone just said, poor thing. So I think she's, it's not over. Let me just put it that way. I think this is going to be kind of a fight for her, but I feel like she'll get it, but I don't think she'll get everything that's due to her. Let me put it that way. I feel like her dad or something might even go like serve jail time or something. Something weird with the dad. Something weird with the dad. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about really Britney Spears. I didn't follow her. We didn't really, Cassie was I was too old for her. Cassie was too young for her. So she's right in that middle bit that we weren't really, aware of her stuff. So that's what I got on her. Okay. Where the heck is Devin Nunes? He seemingly vanished. Okay, let me see where he is. Where is Devin Nunes? Someone just said laying low. He's laying low. He's worried about being pulled in or roped in on something. He's trying to stay out of the fray. I feel like it's interesting because I feel like he's trying to avoid being in the position of being deposed or being under oath. I feel like he's trying to avoid that for whatever reason. I feel like he knows something and has been involved in stuff. He feels very... He has money issues too. There's something with money with him. Is he married? Because I think, I don't know if his marriage is in trouble or his relationship's in trouble, but I feel like there's a lot of like personal stuff kind of weighing on him. There's money, something he owes somebody. Married 3 daughters. Okay, so I feel like there's something going on there. Yeah, somebody just said trouble at home. There's something going on at home. He's trying to keep his head down and stay away from what's going on, trying to stay out of the hot seat, basically. And he's got money issues. So he has his hands full. I guess that's the answer. He has his hands full right now. He can't go around making trouble because he's got his hands full. Hello, everybody. Okay. Will both infrastructure bills get passed? The bipartisan one today and the one Dems want to pass through the budget reconciliation. Okay. So I just heard a deal was struck. It's interesting because I feel like the answer is yes, but I feel like for some reason I feel like they're far apart from one another. So maybe one is passed now and one is passed later, like down the road or something. There's also something about the way the money is allotted. I feel like it's going to be a hiccup, like how it's showing like over years, like it's supposed to be this many years we spend this much money. I feel like there's going to be something with that, like a hiccup that they get hung up on. But it feels like there'll be I'm going to say yes, but I just feel like it's down. They're separated. It's like one's here and one's here. because I feel like there's other stuff that happens in between these two things. It's not like one is passed and then one's passed right after it. At least that's not the way it feels to me. It feels like they're separated. So yes, I guess the short answer is yes, but I feel like it's going to take some time maybe to hash out some things. But they're saying a deal was struck. So I feel like maybe things were promised in certain states, to get certain things and that kind of stuff. So, and they've been smart about it. I feel like the Democrats really thought about this and how to maneuver this and how to make it enticing enough for people. I feel like they really they were kind of shrewd about it for the first time, I guess. for the first time. Anyway, okay. Are the Supreme Court justices getting along? Are there tensions? Ooh. I still feel Ruth Bader Ginsburg hanging around them. Isn't that interesting? I still feel like she's in on the, it's fun for her to be in that environment. So I feel like she's around a lot. I just heard cordial. Everyone's cordial. She had a lot to do with, they're saying she had a lot to do with kind of being she was really the one person everybody respected. There isn't that person anymore. Because there are people that have issues with John Roberts, right? And I feel like there are, so I feel like, let me put it this way. I feel like there are possibly tensions, but I feel like they're all cordial to one another. But it's not, there isn't that same kind of respect. There isn't really anybody there that everyone can kind of like pinpoint as being, the person that, even though I'm on the other side, I really respect this person. There isn't that person anymore. So I don't really think she was the glue, but I think she was a point of light in the Supreme Court, and that's gone. So I feel like it's a little bit like every man for himself, kind of that feeling of like everybody's cordial to one another, but they kind of just do their own thing and go about their business. So at least that's the way it comes across to me. That's all I can tell you. Okay. Any update on Kavanaugh background check and his debts? Entertainment purposes only. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So let me see. I know that was always so weird. Why that could just go. I mean, well, we know why, but it's so weird that stuff is just like. They know that the FBI knows. They have the information. They know. They handed it off. So the FBI knew. They know. They handed it off. I feel like they're going to get to it. I feel like it was derailed with Barr. I feel like Barr derailed it, but I feel like it's there. It's just not, with everything else that's happened, it's not at the top of the list. So it's there. But I feel like, yeah, they know this. It's like, not common knowledge, but it's like the people that are in the position to do something about it, they know. So what I'm feeling like is it's a question as to whether it was technically illegal, because it seems weird the way things happened, the way they went about it, very sneaky, and very like, I feel like even lawyers worked on this, like very. I feel like even the language, it's like they knew. Well, he's a lawyer, right? I mean, he probably knows a million lawyers. So I just feel like it's going to be really, really hard to like pin this on him. It's going to be, I feel like, just people being disgusted, and he may have to leave just because people don't trust him anymore. But I don't know if it's technically illegal. Does that make sense? Oh, that makes sense. That's what it feels like. It feels like it's not really, it's one of those things that kind of is on the edge of being legal and illegal. So it may not be provable, but it's going to be the public being disgusted with this kind of stuff and wanting the Supreme Court to be elevated in the way that we look at them, even though we don't really do that anymore, but there is that pretense, I guess. So so that's what I'm feeling. So he may step down just because out of like public pressure, that kind of thing. So spend more time with his family. That's what he'll leave for. That's what they all leave for. Okay. What's behind Kirsten Sinema's position? Oh, Kirsten Sinema. She's the worst. Okay. All right, let's look at her. So does anybody know if she was raised like conservative or something? There's something about her, like her. It's like she's more conservative than but it seems like it's like in her background. So it feels to me like she likes being kind of the wild card. She likes to be like seen as the wild card or the unpredictable one. And she's one of these people who doesn't seem to have like real convictions about things. I feel like she's very wishy-washy, actually. She doesn't come across as being very, and it's weird. I don't get the same feel with her that I do with Manchin. Manchin, I feel like there's people pulling the strings, kind of. There's people kind of putting pressure on him and telling, oh, she's former LDS. Oh, well, there you go. So a whole can of worms. So she's raised Mormon. Okay, well then there you go. Okay, so he feels like more in that money stuff and the power money kind of stuff. She feels like I like being the rebel. I like being out of the norm. I like being, ruffling feathers. It's almost like she's going through. That's why I was asking about her upbringing, because it almost feels like she's going through like a teenage rebellion phase. And it's like, this is, I'm going to do what I want. Not, it's more, to me, with her, it's more just her. She's working through some stuff and she's kind of weird. I just say to boil someone down is just kind of weird, but she just comes off as a little odd. and a little bit like not tied to any convictions. You know, some people have really certain convictions on some certain things, and she just doesn't feel like that. She feels very wishy-washy. Yeah, so anyway, that's what I'm getting. And the filibuster with her, let me see. Filibuster. She likes drama, so she might come around at like the last minute or something like that. I could see her doing something like that. She's actually kind of a hard person to read because I don't think she has you read someone like Mitch McConnell or like Nancy Pelosi, they're very calculated. You can really kind of dig into where you can really, when you stand in their energy, you get in their energy, you really can feel where they're going, what they're doing. I feel like she's confused, and those are the hardest people to read, because even though like Donald Trump is crazy, but you can see, you can feel his energy and the way he kind of navigates things, even though it's crazy. With her, I just feel like she doesn't know. She's kind of all over the place. She feels very, someone asked if she was on drugs. It almost, I mean, for entertainment purposes only, I wouldn't say that, but it almost is like that, because it is like, I'm this way one day and I'm this way the next day. And, you know, and deal with it. You know, that's what it feels like. So, yeah, I don't think I'd want to be like her friend or something. I feel like she'd be the kind of person you'd kind of walk on eggshells with, because some days she'd be really friendly and happy and fun, and other days she'd be just complete and utter a biatch. So yeah, menopause, maybe. Menopause. Could be menopause. Okay, so that's what's going on with her. She's crazy, just like we thought. No news there. We have this question regularly, but any chances about the Dems taking more seats in the midterms? Okay. So they need to, this voting rights stuff, they need to do that. Because I feel like if the vote is fair, or even kind of fair, mostly fair, let's say mostly fair, they'll win. They're going to win. People are done with these people. They do not reflect the country, where the country is or where it's going at all. So I feel like they're, as we speak, even their base is shrinking, I think, anyway, just because they're older, they're sicker, right? Because they're not getting the vaccines and things like that. But I think that, so their base may be shrinking for a lot of reasons. But I feel like just Republicans, it's like, it's bleeding. They're not, they don't, it's like they've got a cut on their wrist and they're putting the bandage on their forehead. You know, that's what it feels like. It's like they're not fixing the real problem. And it's because they're all just out for themselves, you know, they're all out for their own stuff. So if they really need to, and I think they really do need to get the voting rights stuff taken care of and fight this to the nail. Because if the vote's even mostly fair, they're going to keep the, I feel like they'll keep the House, and they might even grow in the Senate. So that's what I'm seeing. And I feel like Mitch McConnell's not happy. Like I said, this is a decline. I think they think at some point they'll come roaring back, and it's like, no, this is the end. This is the end. They might have little wins here and there that are just whatever, but this is the phasing out of something. It's the facing and the phasing out of something. It's not the typical like setback and we come roaring back. It's not that. It's different this time. Okay. Sorry, I buffered for a second, I think. Okay. Is there any way Trump will come back into power? Will he be reinstalled? There's nonsense in August. Some psychics on the right are claiming he will. Well, I remember certain psychics on the right saying he was in 2020. So, and he did not. But no, I don't see that at all. Like I said, this is a decline. This isn't a situation where there's a big comeback. And it's always been shown to me as I keep buffering. Sorry about that, guys. It's going to take some time. I feel like let me look at this. Hang on. You know what I did the other night? Because I've always seen that end scene of King Kong and him falling as that's what happens. And I knew like he'd go down angry, mad, and he'd fight it. And but I had to go back and watch the end scene to see what's going on, because I felt like that there's a lot of metaphors in there for us to, grab onto in this time. And what it is in the end, I mean, it is beauty killed the beast, right? So there could be a woman involved here, that puts the last little dagger in. But I feel like it was also like he was doing everything and kind of like swatting things over here and swatting things over there, and he loses his grip. And I feel like that's what we're about to see, is this kind of I've gotten away with it, and then all of a sudden I don't get away with it, and then it's just this huge, that's it, it's done. I do feel like losing the presidency was the big thing, but I also feel like there's other stuff to come that I think he's still, the power of positive thinking. It wasn't his father's favorite stupid book, and so it's like that's like how he is kind of a manifester in that way. He just won't. You see how annoying he is. He won't let things go. He won't give it up. It's like, just give it up, but he doesn't. That's part of it. He wears people down. But I just feel like that there's a period of a sequence of events that's kind of like a loss. Oh, I'm not going to get back from this. And that's where we're going to see that's it. I've always felt like, and this is entertainment purposes only, but I have always kind of felt that he would kind of pass away on trial, or pass away, as soon as he's going to be sentenced, or like Adam's clapping in the garage. He's going like that, but we don't do that, Adam. That's not nice. So no, he's clapping again. So I feel like that may be what is going, maybe what happens. And I feel like for us, that will be like, oh, but he represents something, right? And to see a slow and steady decline of something, and then to see it kind of, fade away, that's a much bigger message than just something kind of disappearing, because then it can come back, right? This is going to be, I think, a pretty major fall from grace. It's already that, but I think we're just getting started. I think it's going to just keep coming out and keep coming out. And it's just going to be, a slow, painful thing. But, it's also karmic. He's put people through a lot of, hell. And I think that he's about to kind of have to pay for a lot of these things, and in a lot of different ways, not just, in the court system. We think of that like the court system is the end all be all, but I feel like in a lot of ways, he has nobody that loves him. Nobody cares about him. His kids could care less. People talk about him horribly. Nobody respects him. It's like all of the things he wanted is that he really wanted his whole life, he'll never have. So, we got to be okay with that at some point. But I do think that maybe what we're looking at, kind of a disgrace, and then just kind of an end. Pathetic, just pathetic life, sad. Okay. Sucks to be. Stop it, Adam. See, that's not nice. How dare you? Okay. Will anything ever come from Epstein's tapes? Did Barr destroy them? I always felt like Mad Max, she has things and kept things like other people have kept them for her. Because I feel like they checked each other, Max and him and Epstein. They were checks on each other so that neither one would betray the other. So I feel like they both had stuff. So I feel like whatever he has, she has, it's like they kind of each had equal amounts of stuff on people. She seems like she's physically not well right now. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about, it seems like I haven't heard anything about her in ages, but she feels physically weak. And she's she really did kind of lead a double life. It feels like even now, like people are like, she's innocent, or, she would never do something like this. It feels like she was two people. And I think it's been like really, it's really destroyed her, like mentally and physically, that these have collided. This is, everything's out. It's all about to come out. It's like, this is really, I do feel like actually, but I think she might be suicidal. I don't think she would, I would hope they wouldn't let anything like that happen again, or anything, a suicide or whatever happen again. But I do feel like she's very on the edge, like mentally and physically. I feel like she's like deteriorating. So if they want to like do something, they better like hurry up and get there, because I don't think she's doing well. Sparky, tiny dancer. Yes. Tiny dancer. So yeah, she's, that's what it feels like to me though. So did I answer that question? I feel like I kind of did. So she does have information. She has information. She has just as much as he did. Whatever he had, she has, not the same exact, but I feel like it's counter to that, or, it's equal in like, oh my gosh, size. So I feel like she has stuff too. And so even if they did get rid of what he had, she has stuff. And I feel like they don't know about it yet. It's like they haven't really gotten to all of it yet. Somebody has it. She's given it to someone. And I feel like it's to help her. So I feel like it will come out at the right time. She'll get it out at the right time or something. So, okay. Will Raphael Warnock be reelected in Georgia? So again, if this is even kind of fair, he wins. It's not even, to me, it's not even, people have actually been really happy with him. Like they like him. And the people that, like him far, far more than the people that don't like him, if that makes sense. So they're kind of like, oh, whatever, whoever's in there is whatever. But the people that like him really, really like him. So he has a really good, solid, to me, it feels like a smaller majority. It's not like 70%, but it's probably like, 55% or something. Like it's enough that, and it feels solid. It feels very solid. So I feel like he will, if it's fair, or even if it's kind of fair, because I feel like he has leeway, but yeah, so I feel like he will. I feel like he will. The chances are more that he will than he won't. I'll put it that way. Because I'm looking at, my guides can only, they propel us into the most probable. That's what they're showing me. So thank you. Thanks for loving me, Sandra. Thank you. Okay, why didn't Trump fire General Milley? The day. Oh, okay. So why didn't Trump fire General Milley after his apology the day after Trump held the Bible upside down outside the church in Lafayette Park? Okay. I just heard the phrase "towed the line." So I think that whatever Milley did behind the scenes, like to pacify him, you can stay. I also feel like Trump was advised against getting rid of him. It may have been Barr, actually, that said not to get rid of him. That it would look bad. It would be bad, and that you don't really want to mess with the military or people in the military right now. You need their what was happening? Because I'm feeling like something happened. Oh, I think it was the Afghanistan where he was and he called them suckers and losers and stuff. So I feel like there was other stuff that he had just had with the military. So it's like, don't do this. But I feel like in a rare moment of listening to someone else, he listened. To me, it feels like Barr saying that. Is that who it was? Because I feel like that's who it may have been. And they were just like, don't do this. This would be awful for you right now. And then I feel like Milley was like, made it, he towed the line. He made it like, he kind of pacified him behind the scenes. And said what he had to say to him to get him to let him stay. There's more that's going to come out about him, about how all that he did. like I said, I feel like he's written his stuff down. He has let people know about what went on. And so that, I think his story is, we're going to know exactly what happened with him and all the stuff that happened with him behind the scenes and stuff. So that's why I towed the line. So I saw this in a private reading, and I'm seeing the same thing now. I saw it in two things happening. Like money, I felt like it was a portion of the debt gone, and then it was like you could refinance or something, like through the government, and so if like your it was like if your interest rates were so much, you could refinance and get it so your everything was lowered, so your payments were really low, and so your interest was really low, so you wouldn't be hit by like high interest and stuff like that. Like it would be, it wouldn't be possible to have to pay high interest anymore. You could refinance, or you could if you had low interest rates, you could keep them, and then you get a portion cut off. So it felt like two things, and I was really specific, but that's the only thing I can think of, is like it was two things happening, and I felt like you could do both things. It wasn't like you had to choose one or the other. You get like a certain amount off, and then you can get your interest rates lowered for the rest. So, and it felt like a big chunk, like $20,000. It felt like a big piece of the loan. It didn't feel like, $5,000 or some kind of tax thing. It didn't feel like that. It felt like, boom, it's gone. And then it felt like, and then the rest you can do this with. And I felt like it was just kind of a way to make it like, so you wouldn't pay nothing, but you wouldn't pay through the nose, and you could still get on with your life and be able to live normally and out of debt and stuff at some point. I just wanted to thank this person because I missed it. I'm so sorry. Who was it? How do I do that? How do I see that, Adam? The person that just gave. I'm so sorry. I didn't see that. Thank you. I don't know who that was. So I hope that answers the question. So yes. So not all of it for everybody, but I feel like, part of that. Who is that? It was Linda G. Linda G. Oh, how sweet. Thank you. That's so nice. Linda G in the house. And I hope Linda knows that I donate the money from the channel. So I will give to, you know what? I'll give to a doggy thing for her, because I know she loves her big doggies. Okay. Will Putin ever give up the goods on Trump? Golden showers, Okay. So on my last video, that was what I was talking about when I showed you my cards, and the one that came up that I froze on. I'll show you the card that came up. These are the cards that I made that I just made for myself. It's amateur hour, but I just wanted to show you the one that came up, which was the one that was like, oh yeah, they're gonna release it. This one, this little fishy one, when it's like that, it means that you're caught. But if it's like this, it means you're released. So, and it came up like this. So I'm like, oh yeah, he's going to release. But what was weird to me was it felt like he gave it to, it changed hands. So I don't know if he hands it off to the press or hands it off to another party, but it felt like he he hands it off. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, I have a whole little, and then this one came up too. My little submarine one came up, which is like secrets, like underwater, secrets, underneath the scenes or whatever, underneath the secrets down below. So yeah, I feel like they are going to, but to me, it feels like it's not just like he releases it. It's like it changes hands and then it's like out. And it's to humiliate him. It really is just like to humiliate. To me, it just feels like, why not? This would be fun. Like, this would be fun. It's what it feels like. It feels just mean. It feels like, it doesn't feel like, it is Yellow Submarine. It doesn't feel like it's for, or like, some major, like, major move on his part. It just feels like it's, this will be fun. Let's see what happens, or let's see what he does now, or this would be a good time to do this. That's what, that's the feeling. It's like, yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I liked the cards are really fun. It was my COVID project, and it was really, really fun. They're all a beach theme. And the other night, I was really, it's really weird to bring in cards at this point. I won't use them, probably only once or every once in a while, because my oyster card came up and I'm like, it's a pearl in a clam. so I'm clearly not used to them, and I was like getting messages while I was holding the cards, and it was very like confusing, overload. So I probably won't use them that often, but they're really fun to use. I use them for myself for sure, and I use them for Cassie and stuff. So, but you need those tools sometimes for like close family or for yourself. They're fun to use. So, alrighty, where are we? We have one more. Oh, a couple more questions. David noted that the West Germans after World War II had to reconcile with those who supported Hitler's fascists. Will the same happen here in the U.S.? Okay. They did this too in was it Rwanda where they had the Tutsis and the okay, so that happened in Rwanda as well, and there I know that they had a big, like a giant counseling session where the people that were affected by the people that were the killers, they all got in like a big tribe and just yelled it out and then hugged it out, and that's how they dealt with it. So I always thought that was so interesting, and when that happened, I thought that would never happen here. I don't think that could ever happen here if something like that happened. But let me ask. I'm going to ask this question. So what I'm feeling like is we're going to have to be, so like the generation that was just born and the generation that's kind of like the two opposite ends right now will be well into the younger generation's life before that completely changes. It feels like there's this kind of hardcore on either end, like the very, very liberal and the very, very conservative, the very, very, I don't know what they are, crazies. These factions, it's like they won't budge. They won't move. The middle bit, mostly in the middle bit, people that can see gray, you know, that don't have those really staunch, like this is the way it is, they'll have an easier time of it, and they'll move towards each other. These very, very kind of radical, I'll just say the radicals in any faction will kind of stick to their, they'll stick to their guns where they are. But I feel like once the generation that are probably like in grade school now, once they reach like adulthood, we'll be in a completely different phase and a completely different cycle than we are right now. So in a way, we're facing it and kind of moving out of it, even though it feels like it's going to be like a tug of war for a while, it feels like. But it does feel like most people will be like let's just get on with you know, making the country better, putting this behind us, putting the, you know, putting criminals in prison and stuff. And the people that, you know, supported Trump, whatever, the really hardcore radicals are going to be mad that he's in prison or whatever. That's what I'm seeing. So to be clear, really, really radicals will stay really, really radical for some time. And most people will start to kind of move in a different direction. You know, the people that kind of supported Trump, and now they're kind of over it, they'll just like go back to doing whatever. And it'll kind of like Joe Biden, you know, so it will kind of be more flowy in the middle. But I do feel like it will be like a generation until we get it settled to where it's like everything feels like a lot better. Like we've kind of all moved in a certain direction. That's what it feels like. Unfortunately, right? I mean but yeah, it's one of those things, yeah. Okay, that was it, you guys. I want to thank Linda G for stopping by. I did not expect that. Celebrity in the house. We're not worthy. Okay. So I want to say thank you to you guys, and we will be back here in 2 weeks. I think we'll be back here in 2 weeks, unless we're on an airplane. If not, I'll move it up. I'll move it up instead of moving it back. I'll move it up if we have to. We're going to be on an airplane. We're having some difficulty with our travels right now, so we're trying to figure it out. So okay. So thank you, Lucienne. Thank you so much for being the greeter and the reminding people of things. The reminder. Thank you, Adam. Happy anniversary. Okay, he just waved at me, I guess. That's it. Thank you, Lisa Foster. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Rhonda, Jade, Sterling Roses, Sweetie Darling, Sparky, Rhonda, Brenda, I have an appointment with you, I think, next month. Sweetie Darling, Sharon, T-Barb, Connie Brown, Rhonda, Jade, Palma Lee, Christine, Jamie, Dawn, Texas Girls, Sue, Espy, Lisa Foster, Patricia Bonds is here, Vivian, C Escape, UB Jr., Donna Hensley, Patricia, Cheryl, Truth of the Sixth Son, Vivian, Terry Solaris, Terry Renner, you're welcome. Melody Lemon, I think Lucy Ann. Thank you, Lucy Ann. Pamela, Celtic Seer, thank you for stopping by. Sherry, Angel Wings, Michelle, J. Roberts, Rhonda, I think I said Running Sloth. That's a good name. Anne, SP, Ms. May, Aspie Third Eye, Rhonda Wilson, Christine, Mary, Jan Lightseeker, I talked to you today. Hi, Jan. Terry, Jill Clark, Cheryl Fry, Barb P, Chili Dog, Good Samaritan, Jill Clark, Aspie Third Eye. Okay, I think we're getting into the Clarence. Hello. Jazzy, running. Okay, I think we're getting into the repeats now, so I think I'll go down here. Oh, thank you, Carmela. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. T-Bar, Connie Brown, artist, painter. We could be here all night. All night indeed. Esther Singh. Thank you. Thank you. Mel K. Priscilla. Thank you guys so much. Psychic, what was that? Psychic something. Psychic. Oh, Psychic Dummy. Carmela. And Darth Kitty, Kathy. Gian again. Frida or Freda Stinger. Jamie Johnson. Ron. Hi, Ron. I'll see you in class. Okay, guys, if you are interested in our last beginners class, that's next month. Hi, Deanne. Gma, thank you, Debbie. If you're interested in our last class, that will be, I will put you can look on my last video. I think the information's below. You can check that out. That will be starting in July. Joan, Twin Flames, Anita, Terry Renner. And if you are interested in my just recorded classes, they're at intuitiview@gmail.com. And thank you, Joanne, Dorothy, Connie Brown, Sharon. Okay, everybody, I will see you. Oh, Pat Gideon, thank you guys. Thanks so much, everybody. I will see you. I'll see you around, and I'll see you in a week or two. Okay. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks for coming. Bye. Oh, catch you around.